Terrell Owens was ran over by a demo person. Terrell Owens was out on the basketball court playing a pickup game, and he got into an argument with one of those people. Let's go ahead and talk about what happened to Terrell Owens, and then we'll talk about the demo people. First of all, Terrell was playing basketball on a public basketball court. Now, Terrell Owens was a star in the NFL. Terrell Owens has name brand recognition, and many people who see him in public will know who he is. From that standpoint, Terrell Owens is a person of status and influence. Demo people can't stand folks who are of a status and influence. Can't stand it. And he was on the basketball court and he got into it with someone. And it ended up with this person running over Terrell Owens. There was no reports of injury, so apparently Terrell was able to get out of the way of the car. But I want you to think about this. What kind of person would have an argument on a basketball court, and then this argument turns into, I'm gonna get in my car, I'm gonna start my car, and I'm gonna run this person over? Dave Chappelle used to have this thing when keeping it real gets too real. This was one of those moments. And Terrell Owens seems to be a very personable guy. And there are many people who have had fame, had fortune. And these people want to affiliate and associate with the average person. Now, before we get into it, there are a lot of good, decent, average persons who would never even think of running Terrell Owens over with a car. Wouldn't even come to him. However, the number of demo people, and let's talk about what is a demo person. There was a lady on Highway 78 up in Stone Mountain, and she got into this car thing. This car pulled in front of her, and then she got a little aggressive. And this resulted in the person who carjacked her. I forget, road rage. They were having a road rage incident. This person that she got into a road rage incident pulled out a gun and started shooting at her car. This woman was in a car with her daughter. The shooter actually shot the woman in the foot. She was shot because of road rage with a demo person. Whenever I'm on a highway and someone wants to be a little aggressive with their car, you know what I do? I hit the brake and I get away from that person, because you never know who you're dealing with. And I want you to think, what kind of mindset of a person who would be in a car and get into a little titty road rage incident and pull out a gun and start shooting at someone they don't know, never heard of, but pull out a gun and start letting bullets fly? That's a demo person. All right, so let's get to the demo people. Demo people are folks who just simply do not care about anyone, anytime, any place. Demo people are filthy, nasty, the trash of society. Demo people I did a video about this. You can't see it because it's gone, but there was a guy who, him and his mother were in, I believe, a McDonald's, and something about her fries were being cold, and this guy started shooting people because his mom's fries were cold. His mom's fries were cold. So when you get with demo people, these people are extremely destructive, don't care, and the thing is, they don't have signs. You could be talking to someone, having a nice conversation, and as long as things stay out of harm's way and it doesn't get aggressive, You can actually have a very nice conversation with a demo person. You can have one. And one of the things that happens is, and I'll explain, like years and years ago, when I was struggling and I lived in a boarding house, I used to live with a person that I would now classify as a demo person. This is crazy. I had a girl come over and she cooked for me. And the demo person was like, "Is there any food for me?" And the girl she cooked quite a bit. And she said, "Sure, you can get a piece, you can give a piece, you get a piece." And we're sitting there and we're eating and everything. And then he asked her something and she was flippant. And what this person did, he took his plate, he flipped his plate open, he started throwing stuff at her and started cussing and losing his mind. And I stood up and I said, "What is wrong with you?" And I was significantly bigger than this person. And I'm just go back to my room. He was a demo person. If I wasn't bigger than him, or maybe if he had a gun on him, I could be dead. See, these demo people, and this is one of the big issues that I had in the building. Demo people are getting money. They're starting businesses, they're working certain careers, they are getting money. And I cannot tell you how many demo people that I was running to in that building. Because like I said, they don't wear signs. You could be dealing with a demo person and not know that they're a demo person until something snaps off. And one of the biggest issues I saw with the demo people, and this is a common issue, was the interest way. You would have people who would have an SUV or a big car and they would just stop. They would not pull over to the side. No, they would just stop right where they are to do whatever they need to do. And you just had to wait on them. And if you approached them, you were going to get some rude and crass behavior. And this is one of the things that I consistently saw in the city. And it was a consistent thing because you didn't know who you were dealing with. You didn't know, once again, like I talk about the trash chute. My first year in the apartment was great. Second year, that's when it became, I would say it actually started declining around month 10. And we noticed, because when I first moved in, it was a lot of nice and classy people. It was people, you get on the elevator and you would see a couple, they would be dressed up because they're going somewhere. That was a common event. And then the clientele, the residents just changed, just really changed. I'll share some with you that I think these were demo people. One day I was out on the balcony and I looked down and there's a Ferrari, 2 McLarens, and a Corvette. And there's a bunch of guys standing around the cars. This was a huge problem where people wanted to park in front of the building just to hang out, have conversations, have meetups. And I'm just sitting here and I'm like asking myself this question, like, why are they having this meeting or get together in front of the building? And then one of the guys grabs what looks to be an assault rifle out of the Ferrari, and he's just walking around the parking lot with an assault rifle. Just walking, talking, going, and I'm just sitting there, what made him pull out an assault rifle? And he was just casually walking around with it, and then someone else pulls up, and then he meets with the guy in the Corvette, and I can clearly see they were exchanging money. And I'm just sitting there, what is going on? And someone I knew was like, there was probably drug dealers. And once again, this is something else that happened in front of the building. Someone got arrested. don't know the details, didn't ask. But there was a guy and the girl down there, and the next thing you know, Atlanta PD shows up and the guy and the girl are in cuffs. And it got to the point where they started to get really vigilant about that front and not having people just hang out, because it was a meeting spot. Seriously, this isn't bad, but there was a meetup of a couple who were going to prom and all the friends and family around taking pictures. I don't consider that bad, but that front spot was the meetup point for a lot of activity, a ton of activity. And I just sat there, I didn't say nothing. I just leaned back and I thought, what is going on here? And this is the behavior of demo people. Now, there was something else. There was some young YouTubers in the building. Their behavior, I would not classify as demo-ish. I think it's good that young people get together, share their resources, and make a lot of money on YouTube. I have no problem with that. But it got to the point where they actually started to shoo them off, because the thing is, everyone wanted to meet in front of the building. People who lived in the building, who had access to the parking garage, wanted to park up front, and the boot man was going crazy. There were so many people getting their cars booted because the building kind of put up a zero tolerance, like, if you're gonna park there, if I forgot something and I came back and I parked there for 5 minutes, that's cool. But to be parking there for hours when I have access to the parking garage, and this is some of the stuff that you will see. But demo people, and this is something I'm gonna be talking about quite a bit, because Terrell Owens ran into a demo person. Terrell Owens could be dead because he ran into a demo person. Demo people do not care. They do not care. They will shoot you. They don't care. And as the economy gets worse, and I don't even know if these people are born or they transition. And what I mean by that is, are you like a regular person and then life hands you some unfortunate events and then you become a demo person? I don't really know how that works, but I do know, number one, they don't wear signs. You could be having a conversation. You could be sitting at a bar. You could be having drinks. And as long as things remain friendly and nothing gets too serious or something doesn't take a wicked turn, you could be having a very pleasant, you will see the true nature of these people. Like Terrell Owens did, because I guarantee you, Terrell Owens never in his life thought he would get into a fight at a basketball court. He never thought that someone would try to run him over with a car. I guarantee you, he's what is happening? And this is crazy. And as the economy gets worse and we start to see people doing things, we're gonna have more and more episodes of demo people attacking, killing, and harming other people. You're just gonna have this wave of demo people, because this is another reason that I got out the city, because the city seems to be a growing situation for demo people. They're literally everywhere. And then I talk about, and it's not just men, no, it's women too. I remember I was going to my car and I go in the parking deck, and as soon as I open, actually before I open the door, I heard loud screaming, and I go out and I'm walking, and like a car over from my car is this woman on the phone, screaming into her phone, having this argument with someone. And then she said these words that left me dazed. She said, "You better be glad I ain't in front of you, because I would fucking blow you away." I was sitting there, and she's 5'2", a little bit tiny, and I'm just sitting there. And next thing I know, she pulls out a gun. I got my gun on me. If I was before you, I would put this work on you. And I'm just sitting there. I got in my car. I didn't say nothing to her. Got in my car, started my car, went about my business. Because it was 100% clear she was a demo person. And this demo person was driving a brand new Mercedes. She had on the finest gear. And this is a demo person. And I'm just sitting here like, this is crazy. And this is one of the things, like, once again, you're just not going to know if you're engaged with a demo person until the switch flips. And this is one of the deepest, the biggest areas in our society where we have these people who are running, who are just, they're in our society. And we see them, we know them, but until things get tight or hot or something happens, we don't know if we're dealing with a demo person. And Terrell Owens, I guarantee you, Terrell got up, put on his basketball shoes, said, hey, I'm going to go to the basketball court, I'm going to ball out with some of the regulars, I'm going to get, he ain't think none of it. And this is the thing, if you're a person who has some status, it is not in your best interest to hang out with regular folks. Once again, there's a lot of good regular folks who would never do any demo stuff. Case in point, Michael Vick. Michael Vick was the star quarterback for the Atlanta Falcons, and he had a lot of regular people who thought, I want you to think, Michael Vick, star NFL quarterback, right? He has friends who think that dog fighting is cool. I want you to really think about that. He has friends who think dog fighting is cool. Friends who think dog fighting is cool. I want you to look at the polarity. You're Michael Vick, you're in NFL, you're a star quarterback. You got friends who like to watch dogs fight. I personally don't think Michael Vick did anything. It was just who he was associated with, demo people. And Mike took the fall. Mike had to go to jail. And one of the things that is crazy about that is when you become famous, you get a certain atmosphere in your life. You just cannot hang out with regular folks, because if you do, you could be taking a chance. You could be taking a big chance. Hanging out, dealing with regular people. This could be one of the worst things that you can do for your life, because you never know. And with the economy going down, like, it's to the point I hate to go to the bank to do something, because there's all of these procedures, these rules, these regulations where they have to verify you. And literally every time I go to the bank to do something, they have to call some other branch and get some other, and the banker always has to give their verification code. And it's getting worse and worse and worse and worse. And with the number of demo people out here, once again, if you're a demo person, that doesn't mean you're going to be poor. No, like I'm saying, there's a lot of demo people with money, and they have that demo person attitude that things get tight. They will do something very hostile, very rude, really foul, because they're demo people. Because I'm getting a lot of questions. What is a demo person? What is a demo person? And this is something that is becoming really interesting in our society. It used to be, and for the most part, I'm going to say this, and let me be really clear. There are some demo people with money, but the majority of them are broke. But there are some with money, and they have that same behavior, they have that same attitude, they have that same presentation, and they will mess you up.